Welcome back. If you haven't seen my channel before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man, and today we're going to work on the Steel Wheel 60. I got in the mail a brand new water pump, which is still wrapped up in the nice paper, and we are going to attempt to change that on here because this one was leaking, and then hopefully this tractor will be more usable. I even have thoughts of maybe running it on the auger to load out some corn, but we'll see how it turns out. I know there's other things I need to do to it, so we'll start with this and see where we get. So I'm thinking that it's probably pretty well empty to the level we need, but there's probably still a little bit that needs to come out. So we'll go ahead and see if our drain valve will do anything. I've got a bucket here, and we'll see if we can get any antifreeze out. I know I put antifreeze in it, so I want to try to save it if I can, but we'll see what kind of shape it comes out in. Ooh, this one isn't even stuck. And I'm getting some drips. How about that? I fully expected that to not open. Well, how about that? I'm impressed. Oh, we shouldn't watch it while it's doing that. That's not polite. Well, there wasn't very much left in there, so I guess you can think that's good or bad, but now we're able to start working, and the first thing we should do is get the fan off, so I'll try to stick my fat hand in there and get something accomplished. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Can't even tell. Well, it's coming. I might need to switch to a different tool. Because I can only seem to get the open end of these wrenches on there. I don't really like that. Let's see if we can get in the stubby Carlisle. Here we go. Let's see. Come on. Maybe. Maybe not. Feels like it's on part way. I'm guessing that the nub that sticks through for the fan to sit on is not letting me get my wrench all the way down in there, or socket, or whatever I decide to use, because it seems to be very particular how you can get it to hold on there. So I don't know what we're gonna do here exactly. There, it feels like it's on, and then it slips right off, so. Oh. I really don't want to take the radiator off just to do this, but I don't know if I'm going to have much choice here before too long. Oh, what fun. That's a good bite. It felt like it, but it's not. Oh, everything always has to become a major project. I do not understand that. If I was not filming this, I would have had it done already. Oh. I think I turned it a little bit. And then I think the point of the bolt must get too close to that nub sticking out, and then it won't let me use the socket anymore. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Oh, come on. I hope you were... You're not. You're not. You're just rounding off. Just frustrating that I'm going to be taking that all the front end off the tractor to do this. Nope. Well, this is very, very frustrating. Can we get any of the others? How come I managed to get one? I was just that lucky. What the heck is the deal? Well, I got a second one. That's good. It's all because I'm filming it and on a Sunday. That's the other reason. If this was being done any other day of the week, it would just work so easy. See that position? It must be right against that nub. Come on. Oh! Oh, this is nuts. Well, that's really crappy. I'm here to tell you. I can't get to that one. This is the one that was giving me trouble to start with, I think. Well, what are the chances that this is going to come off of here without a total meltdown, you know? I'm going to have two hands for this project. Well, it moved, but I'm so clumsy that I dropped it. Okay, there's one. Let's try this one. I would guess that somebody has had this apart before. Right now, though, it feels like we're leaving it worse than we started. Come on. Well, goodbye, grills. Now we gotta get these out. We're gonna have to figure out how to hold them, what size they are. Feels like that one's got a square nut on it. Of course, because that'll make it more difficult, see? Ooh, I think we're getting it. Maybe this won't be so bad having to take the nose off. Will we have success on this side too? Or utter failure? It's really bad to have utter failure if you're a cow. That would be bad. Now, we're gonna loosen our two clamps. This one here. And I'll probably have to get a longer screwdriver to pry. And we'll also loosen our clamp up here. I'm gonna try not to take the whole hood off. I'm gonna try to just lift up. But we know that won't work because nothing ever works the simple way. See, that feels like that clamp has just self-destructed itself. Maybe not though. There we go. Okay. Now we gotta get the 3 bolts out underneath, and I got 2 of them loose, but I'm gonna get a ratcheting wrench. I think that'll make it a lot easier. We gotta try to get that one. Then we should be able to pull the whole nose away. And of course this one you can't use the ratcheting wrench on, so that's good. But this one's out in the open, so it's not as big a deal. We'll table that. Let's go to these others first. The most difficult ones to get to. Nope, that's tight. Other way. I'm gonna move the bucket of antifreeze because I can just picture the camera falling in. There's one. Let's just lay that in the nose. Well, down to the last bolt. Everything came out fairly easily. Can't believe that. We'll pull this off. See how difficult that's going to be. Actually, not that much. What are we hooked on? Air cleaner. Didn't see that one coming. There, we'll just take it with the thing. And here you can see are the linkages that are supposed to activate the brakes as you turn. And I don't know. They're not hooked up. I don't know if they even were working or not. Let's investigate that. I think they only move if you're at the two extremes. So we'll have to play with that another day. I'm not really that interested. But this one looks way off, so I don't know what's, you know, why is that so far this way? I'll have to look in a parts book and figure out how that works if I want to put it back the way it's supposed to be. But we're getting distracted. This is what we're after. You can see how close they are to this pilot nub here, and that's what was causing my problem. So now, can we get a good bite? Probably not. We're probably still going to have the same problems. It's just going to be we can see it. So how do we want to proceed? Is the next question. We already know we can't really get this in here. Maybe we could drive it in there. Is that a good idea? Not really. But we're going to do it. It even knows it's a bad idea because the socket's running away. It doesn't want to be driven on, but tough luck, little buddy. I don't think that's going to work. Oh boy. Nope, didn't work. Let's try. What could we try next? It had better give up soon because torch is getting on the short list of tools we're going to use if this does not work pretty soon. See, I don't have anywhere I can go. I'm hitting the pattern on this fan. What a stupid design. Boy, that's a stupid design. Oh. Nope. Look at this tool. You thing, you had your chance, but you didn't play nice. So now guess what happens? I'm operating under the same principle as when you leave your spoon in the pot on the stove and the handle of the spoon gets hot. I'm hoping that the heat will travel in there and loosen these up. Sometimes it works like this. Sometimes you have to heat it more than once. But when in doubt, you can actually save some destruction by heating it. So these two bolts, I believe, are toast. but I'm also tempted to use longer bolts when I put them back in and put some washers under it or something to keep it away from this nub. But see, now this one's tightened back up again. There we go. Come on. That thing is playing nice today. There. No, that might work. There we go. Another fine job by the torch. I have to break out the torch again to get it off of here. Come on. There we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. I hate the yellow fan. Probably have to do something about that before we put it back together, because that is just disturbing. And another fun occurrence I see is that our belt is way loose, but it appears that somebody has slid this all the way open, so there might be a chance of reusing that. We'll just have to see. Ooh. Come on. That's an odd design. I don't remember that on the other 60. And here's why, I think. It looks like, did somebody make a new one and braze this up? I'm really confused at what we're finding here. Something is not kosher. Come on off of there. I'm in a nice bind here. Again, can't really do it. Now it's hot too, so that's fun. Sometimes you can roll it off of there, but not when you're an idiot and you have it all kinked up. Oh, our belt looks just so nice. Ha ha. But it may run again for today. So what have we got here? I don't know what we've done. Somebody welded a new pulley on and then put this piece on for fun? Huh. And then the question remains, why would you use this piece? Why would you not just leave this off? Is the fan too far down then? That just makes no sense. We'll figure that out later. Right now we can see up here, if we look, that our weep hole was weeping. So it is in fact a no good water pump. And that's fine because I have a new one. So we'll go ahead and get started taking that off. Should I take the elbow off first, maybe? Sure, why not? Let's take that off. Ooh, nasty sludge. So part of me now kind of wants to make this a longer project and kind of clean on this area here and maybe give it a little shot of some paint or something, because I mean, we're in here, so we might as well do this right. I mean, I think. I don't know. We'll get the water pump off and keep thinking about that. It looks like this water pump has been replaced at some point, but it is leaking, so time to say bye-bye. And of course, we won't be able to get any of our stuff we have here in it. So we might as well go get more tools. Sure. Come on. Rusty. Man. There's a chunk of something fell away. Wow. Boy, that looks like an almost new water pump, but bad seals in it. Well, while we're here, I'm wondering if we should see if our pulley will adjust. Like I say, it looks like somebody else has already done some of this, so. But I'm thinking if we try to slide it now, then we'll have a good chance of knocking our screwdriver into our bucket. No, if we do it now, we'll have a good chance of maybe moving it later when the new belts are on. So let's take a look at that, and then we'll clean on this, and then try to maybe put it back together. Okay. That one's loose. That one's loose. Oh yes, I love my ratchets drenched in antifreeze. That is so good for them. Now, in theory, turn it and bring it closer together. In practice, I don't know if it will work or not. There's our little hole that everybody hits with a punch and deforms. Let's do the same. But you should see this gap close up if I do this successfully. go. See how much you can adjust it. And then that gives you your belt, tightens your belt up by making it ride higher out on the surface versus down in there. So we'll leave those loose and we will probably get a new belt and see if that, you know, I just think we need a new one. While we're here, let's just make this a longer project. I anticipated having it done in an hour, but not gonna happen. Well, I got this all cleaned up pretty decent. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the water pump on. I also, this tractor, if you remember, did not have any generator of any kind, so I dug in my parts pile. This is the generator that was on my 77 before I put that mini alternator on, and I've already had it converted to 12 volts. But I need to put this on after the water pump now so I can get an idea of what kind of belt I need, because that belt goes on first. So I gotta see if this will work with the spacing or what I would need to do if not, and then I can get 2 new belts to put on, because I don't want to have to take this big one off just to put this one on, and that's what you'd have to do. So we'll just go ahead and make a longer project out of this, but that's fine. And on a water pump, I'm gonna use a little bit of, just a little film of my favorite number 2 Permatex. It just helps, it seems like, seal up the leaks if there's an imperfection in your metal. But you can overdo it, so just the lightest little film. That'll also help hold your gasket in place. So, added bonus. Come on, stay there. Stay there long enough for me to get the water pump on. Probably should have had all my bolts ready ahead of time, which I did not do, but that's fine. We'll figure it out. Should have put a new lock washer on that one. Better do that. We'll take it back out here in a minute. Do it again. Come on. Come on. We'll go get a new lock washer for this one. I bet that was that piece I heard hit the ground earlier. Oh, good. I like it when I keep dropping my socket. And we best be tightening some others first before we really wrench it down. Sure. Well, we got to take that one out again, I see, because it ate the lock washer. So that's always fun. Okay, time to get another lock washer. So you can see that this one, the lock washer broke while tightening it down. So we just as well put a new one on. Fell off. There we go. So with a quick test fit here of our pulleys, I can tell you right now that this generator will not work without some type of spacer. You can see they are offset. So we'll have to work on that. The 77 spacer is too long. I just stuck it in there because I didn't have another bolt for the back. But we need to move out by almost a pulley width. I'm still trying to figure out this situation here with why would we go ahead and put that old one on top? I don't understand what you have to gain with that, other than some fan spacing maybe. Was the fan hitting the, maybe that's what it was. Let me get the fan here and see. I bet that's what it was. Because look how it's already getting kind of close. That's what they did. They put that on there to gain some space because that is so close to that. So when you put this one on, in addition to looking stupid, it also gives you some needed clearance. It actually is kind of an effective spacer. Yeah, that's fine. Fall on the ground. That's great. That's what it'll look like. Now this, let's just do some experimentation here. I'm wanting to see how it's on the back side of this. I wonder if I move it to the front side, if that's going to be enough space. But of course, it's not going to cooperate without a fight. Let's try that. Ooh, is that gonna work? Now that's too much. Well, that is just unfortunate. But I'm not in the right place here. There. That's too much. So, it needs to be right on where that is. And then it would work. Well, No, it really needs to go right on it. Well, we're gonna have to do some fancy bracketry work here or something, because that just ain't gonna fly. It needs to be in the same place as this. So I guess I could bend this and offset it maybe or something, but I don't know. I guess I could flip it around and then make a spacer to go from there to over here. That's probably what I'll do. Then I don't have to modify this. If I flip that upside down, I can make a spacer for there and a spacer for here and put it right where I want to be. Remember, if you like Oliver and White tractors, hit that thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll keep making videos with Oliver and White equipment. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.